So as we begin to talk about public speaking, let's look at 10 tips to effective public speaking. Tip number 1, know your material. Pick a topic that interests you. Know more about the topic than you include in your speech. And use humor. Don't be scared of being funny, even if you have to be corny. Share your personal stories, within reason, of course, but when you share personal stories, your audience becomes more responsive. Use conversational language. To speak extemporaneously means to use conversational language that your audience understands. This way you won't forget what you want to say. Tip number 2, practice, practice, practice. I can't emphasize enough that you should practice with the equipment, and you should also practice with your outline. Tip number 3, know your audience. When you get into the room, smile and greet your audience, and this way you'll seem more personable. Find out a little bit about your audience. Find out about their age, their culture, the background, the gender. Tip number 4, know your location. Are you at the right location? Should you have gone to a South Campus instead of a North Campus? Should you have gone to a conference room, or should you have gone to a boardroom? So, in order to make sure that you're in the right place, make sure you arrive early. And then scout out the room. Make sure that you've gone to look at the room beforehand if you're presenting in a room, so you can see the layout of the room. Tip number 5, relax seriously. Stand up straight, breathe in deeply, take deep breaths in through the nose and push out through the mouth, and that will get rid of some of the jitters. Beforehand, visualize yourself giving the speech, and visualize your audience applauding you. Tip number 6, use presentation aids. Use PowerPoint, Prezi, Keynote, Google Slides, whatever it is, but use them sparingly. Remember, you are the presenter, not the PowerPoint or the Prezi. Never refer to your speech as, here is my PowerPoint. Always refer to the speech as, here is my presentation. Tip number 7, know which speech you're going to make. Are you going to make an informative speech, a persuasive speech, or are you going to do an improv or a speech to entertain? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that when you're giving an informative speech, you're not trying to persuade. When you're giving a persuasive speech, you're trying to influence the audience to your way of looking at something. And when you're doing a speech to entertain, you're looking to be entertaining. Never try to use humor when it is inappropriate. Tip number 8, don't apologize. I know sometimes that you feel like that you've missed something from your notes or from your outline, but guess what? Your audience probably never noticed. So don't apologize, because when you apologize, it tends to take your confidence from you. And tip number 9, concentrate on the message, not the medium. So what does this mean? It means, ladies and gentlemen, that you should concentrate on what you want to say instead of being concerned about the audience or the speech or your fears. And this way you will be less anxious. And tip number 10, gain experience. Every time you speak, ladies and gentlemen, you are gaining more and more experience. And every time you continue to push yourself to speak, you will become a more effective and confident public speaker. If you follow these 10 tips, then you too can become a more confident, effective public speaker. Thank you.